Easter, everybody. I have a very chill video for you today. I'm going to be doing some nice colouring. Happy Easter colouring. Got some nice spring flowers there with 3 little Easter eggs. And I have a little buttons Easter egg to eat while I colour. So you can all eat your Easter egg along with me if you want. So I have my little buttons Easter egg and my big colouring book, pens and pencils. So let's get colouring. Okay, first let's see this Easter egg, the most important thing. Let's see. It's got a hole in it. Cracked open for us. There's some of the giant buttons in there. There's a button for you. There you go. Let's see. What colours I'm going to use. Okay. I need some spring colours. So definitely yellow and peach and pink. I think maybe a pale orange. I'll need a green, maybe that bright green there, and a dark green. Can get the leaves and some of the flowers done in these colours, I think. Break off, look. Okay. Let's see. Do you think these are daffodils? I don't think they are mosaic animals, and they're much more detailed. I really like colouring those books in. I also have a adult Lord of the Rings colouring book that I think I've had it for probably 10 years or so, and I've still not finished it because I really want every page to be really true to also one in purple. There we go. Okay. I suppose it kind of depends if you've got kids. I know that people would go and roll their eggs and paint their own eggs. I mean, I suppose you can do that as an adult, but it's normally when you've got kids. I don't really do much for Easter. I mean, as I said, I love chocolate, so, you know, I love getting an Easter egg, but I don't have kids, so there's no, I wouldn't really go and paint an egg or roll. I suppose it's funny how each season's different, because really Halloween, you know, is for kids as well, and it's kind of a similar thing. You know, you carve pumpkins where you paint and roll your eggs, but I absolutely love Halloween and I do have a pumpkin and carve it. But I suppose it just depends what kind of holiday you like, because I love horror and anything scary. I'm all about Halloween, but Easter's just kind of a time for me to eat an Easter egg, if I'm honest. But there's nothing wrong with that. I think you should treat yourself to an Easter egg. Or my partner always buys me an Easter egg, so I end up with more than one, if I'm being honest. I don't really have to buy myself one, but I normally do anyway. But you have to treat yourself as well, so. There we go. That's quite pretty. looks like Spider-Man's eye. Well, we should probably put red on that one, since I've said it looks like Spider-Man. Yeah, I think we'll go red on this triangle one here. Since I brought that up, what is your favourite superhero? Mine is actually Spider-Man. Definitely. And it's not anything to do with, the really big movies that are out now. I'm not thinking about Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield. I grew up with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. But I actually also grew up with the animated Spider-Man, because I'm old enough that was actually what I grew up with. I didn't grow up with any live action Spider-Man. Although when Tobey Maguire, obviously because he was first, I absolutely loved when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man came out. But I was actually all about the animated series of Spider-Man in the 90s. It was one of my favourite shows. I know probably a lot of people will say Iron Man. I know he's probably one of the biggest for, especially for people who are younger than me, people who didn't really grow up in sort of the 90s, early 2000s, because if you're younger, I know people generally, they're basing it on Robbie Downey Jr. playing Iron Man, who is great, and I agree it's very good, but regardless of it, whether it's Robert Downey Jr. or just Iron Man in general, he was never one of my favourites. I think obviously everybody's different, but I think if you were to guess the majority, you could guess what people's favourite superhero is, but the villain is much harder. I think it's a harder choice. There's so many good villains. If you're talking Spider-Man, for example, I do actually have a top 3 if it's only Spider-Man villains we're talking about, without thinking about, outside of that, like Batman and stuff like that. It's definitely Wilson Fisk, or the Kingpin, the Green Goblin, and Dr. Octopus. Has to be. So I can't pick if it's just Spider-Man, but if we're talking just, hero and villain, it doesn't have to be Marvel or whatever it is. It's much more difficult. There's so many good ones. quite seriously. I don't know about you, if you normally colour in or if you can draw. I'm quite serious about colours going together. You know, like if you're thinking Halloween colours, orange, purple and green. Or, you know, red and green for Christmas.